glad to see so many familiar faces today. It really means a lot to everyone. I'm also really grateful to have the opportunity to say a few words about one of the most exceptional people I've ever met, or will meet. I think it goes without saying that Pete was an amazing artist, but I was fortunate enough to know him as a friend too. And so I'd like to share a handful of experiences I had with him starting in grade school. We had this one teacher. I can still hear Pete say her name with a smirk. She was the type of teacher that made most of us want to fake illness just to avoid her. She would dump the contents of your desk out onto the floor if you didn't keep it the way she liked. She made one kid so scared he threw up. True story. The first few weeks of school, I was scared just like the rest of them, but together, Pete and I, well, we just couldn't help but laugh at her. As many of you probably know, Pete had a very distinct laugh. It kind of sounded like he was coughing. This was intentional. See, anytime our teacher would go off on one of her disciplinary measures, it would send Pete into a coughing fit. Of course, as soon as I heard him cough, I started laughing too. Unfortunately, I hadn't mastered the Pete cough laugh. He quickly became the next target. That made him cough even more. During the middle school years, we spent most of our days outside. You probably also know that Peter was an avid outdoorsman. I didn't know anyone who knew as much as he did about nature. You could ask him anything, about any bird, snake, fish, or bug you had ever seen. As soon as you'd ask him, he would get very serious. His voice and his expression would change, and he would look you straight in the eye and give you the complete rundown. If you went anywhere outside with him, he would see animals and birds you would never have even noticed. He'd quietly point them out to you and watch with the keenest eye. I saw him catch a rabbit on foot once, climb to the tallest branch on many trees, and hop over fences most of us wouldn't even attempt to climb over. Friends and family will agree that his physical abilities were superhuman. In middle school and high school, Pete's passion for nature and art really bonded. He was a friend that I would drag around to others and brag to. Look at this leopard that Pete drew. Look at these turtles. Did you see the way that monkey is perched on top of that tree? He would shrug and smile and tell whoever it was why he drew it, and then he would tell them something he admired about them. His compliments were always genuine, because like his studies in nature, Pete was also extremely observant when it came to people. When he complimented you on something you did, it was usually something that you thought no one ever noticed. But Pete noticed. Pete noticed and appreciated a great deal of things that I took for granted. Peter was incredibly humble too, especially considering how talented he was. He was encouraging and gentlemanly, gracious and gentle, while being one of the strongest people I knew. Pete was passionate and intense, and his work was genius. And when you complimented him on it, you could tell that he was genuinely touched. Peter was inspiration. He was also a comedian. I've never laughed as hard about things as I did with Pete. I'm not just saying it. It was that tears in your eyes, my stomach hurts, and I just peed my pants type of laugh. So I recall all the times that Pete made us laugh would take hours and hours, and it's something that I look forward to doing someday. But for now, I want to close with this. Pete, through it all, I'll never forget that you're also one of the smartest and most determined people I'll ever know. You're one of those people that only come around once in a lifetime. I admire your courage, your creativity, and originality. You always had my back, and you will be missed by us more than you could imagine. Some of the best times I've ever had, I've had with you, and I've been grateful to have grown up with you, and I'm proud to have been your friend.